This is my new design, Ever After Rose shawl, inspired for the weddings, maybe for the bride to wear on her wedding day. So that sort of vibe. And I'm going to show you how to create the roses for this shawl. But first we have to start with the leaves and the central stem. So you have to create a front post double treble 2 together, and this will sit directly below each group of 5 double crochet here, and so the central stitch is where the stem and leaf will sit over, but you work into the stitch below that, so a row below. So yarn over 3 times, and there's the center of the 5, and now you want to go center of the group below, which is 7, and around the post of that stitch. So yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops 3 times, yarn over 3 times, keeping to the back of the post just created and around the same post of the same stitch. So go around that post again, but keep to the back, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops 3 times. Now you've got 3 loops left on your hook, yarn over and pull through the final 3 loops. Chain 1. Now that creates the first half of the leaf. Now we've chained 1 and we want to create part of the central stem. So that is a front post treble crochet, and it is kept to the back of the leaf you have just created and around the same post as the leaf sits. So yarn over twice, keeping to the back of the leaf and around the same post. Insert the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops 3 times, and there you have the front post treble, and chain we need to create the other half of the leaf. So yarn over 3 times. Now this side of this leaf sits in front of all these other post stitches we've just created, so around the same stitch but in front. So around the post, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops 3 times, yarn over 3 times in front of everything you just created and around the same post, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops 3 times, 3 loops left on the hook, yarn over and pull through all remaining loops. That creates your 2 leaves and part of the central stem. Now next you're going to work your 3 double crochet stitches which sit in between each flower, and the first one will sit into the first fillet hole, then the next stitch, and then the third one will sit in the next fillet hole. The row with the leaves have been and partial stem are now completed, and we've turned and worked our way across to where we've got to extend the stem further. This is the wrong side, so it has to be worked as a wrong side row. So we will work a back post treble around the stem below. 1, 2, 3. Now in between each group of flowers you work 7 double crochet. The first one goes into the chain space, then into the top of the leaf, work 1 into each of the central double crochet, then to the top of the leaf on the next flower, into the chain space, and now we're back to our next stem. which the other side you can see the stem. So we work another back post treble. Continue across the row doing the same thing, and we'll come back for the next row to complete the flower. We've now completed the remainder of the stems by working a back post treble on the wrong side, and we move on to making the rosebuds. So chain one, you've worked your double crochets prior to this point, so chain one, we skip this stitch, work a double crochet, 3 double crochets into the top of the back post treble. Now work a front post treble around the back post treble, and work a further 3 double crochet into the same spot. So this is what this looks like. Remove the hook, insert it through the loops of the first double crochet and back through the working loop. Pull the working loop through the first double crochet. All right, so now this is what it looks like now. Work 6 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slip stitch around the back post treble below, if you can get it to go, yes. And so this is what you now have. Now we're going to slip stitch back up this chain and across the top of the back. See how it's curved, the flower? So we'll go up the chain and then around the back and end up at this point. All right, so it's a bit tricky. You just sort of have to slot the hook through each, and it takes a moment to get it. First one's usually the hardest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, another one there, 5, and you might have to change the angle of your hook and work 3 more, 1, 2, 3, and you end up at the side of the flower. So we've worked 5 up the chain and 3 across the back. Now you just chain 1, skip 1, and work into your double crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're ready to work your next rows, and that completes the rows.